Got a 2-liter container here, and I have some powdered fertilizer. This is basically liquid fertilizer, and this fertilizer I've been using for many decades. Pedro's on my straight away, eh? Straight away, want to say hello? So, but you can't eat the fertilizer. So this is what I use to fertilize my plants indoors. I just have to close this. What's Pedro complaining about? Hey, what's wrong? Say hello. Hello? Say hello. What's you complaining about? That's already dry. This one, there's only a couple of leaves left on that one. Now it has grown. Well, I placed it here in my, I think there was only 2 leaves left on that one, heavy. And they're very thirsty plant. And I thought they're not thirsty plant. And so I've been holding off on watering, and I was left with 2 leaves. And now it has recovered after I placed it here in my grow light area. This one is my Hoya Carnosa, I think this one. This one now, I forgot to water. It was tucked in somewhere behind hubby's bed. And of course, I couldn't water it because the bed always gets in the way. So I neglected my plants that was placed in there. What you looking at, Pedro? Look, Pedro's looking at something. What you looking at? Hey, what are you looking at? Hey, okay. Now, this one, you can see that the leaves all went yellow. A few have wrinkled up. It's trying to bite my camera. And so I just chop it all off and put it here. And it's only about 5 days now that I've soaked it in. Well, I had it growing in water. And all of a sudden, look, the roots. Can you see those roots down there? Growing, and also new shoots. It was quick. It was really quick. Look at that, new shoots growing there. And also the tip starting to form new growth. Even there, look. This was really dry. You can see that that is a really dry leaf. This is a container from Mochi. Mochi. Now, I finished eating all the mochi. I put holes in one, and I put it over the other one with no hole. And I use this to grow some succulents. Okay, let's go over on the other side. Hang on, Pedro, I have to put you away because this is very difficult. Mommy's gonna replant some stuff, okay? See, he understands me. He flew away. And this is where he flew into, okay? Here, want some water? Okay, I'm running out of water here, Pedro. I think. Hang on. He knows what he wants, this bird. So when he wants things done, he just fly into it or scream going, eh. He makes that horrible, eh, very demanding noise. Okay, baby P, there you go. Oh, you're so cute. Look at you. Okay. Okay, cutie bird, mommy has to do this video now, okay? I'm gonna have to transplant or plant up my crystal surprise so I can have some surprise. Oops, you crash landed. Okay, I'll leave you there. So this is Andromischus. A couple of months ago, I decided to take some leaves and see how quickly it will grow indoors when it's not its growing season. So I plucked this during summer, and look how big that little bunny ears now that's grown. So that's the mother leaf, and so has this one, but that one's only got 1 leaf that's grown, and this one has got bunny ears as well. You can see the leaves, the original leaves that has curled up or dried up. This one dried up as well, but no babies popped out. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I took, only 1 didn't grow. The rest has got healthy growth. So this would be about 2.5 months growth. Now this one is my variegated, I think, what are you called? Graptopetalum or Sedum Bronze Delight. That wasn't very delighted in being grown here. But again, it's because it was transplanted in summer, but I had no choice because my mother plant got attacked by fungus gnats. which is this one here, and then now they're starting to grow. A lot of them sort of dried up. Sedum basically goes dormant when it's hot. So they are a more cold weather or cool weather plant. So in the tropics, you might have a hard time growing them because if the temperature is really, really high. But the minute during rainy season, I'd say, and also when the temperature gets cold, that's where they start growing. But anyway, these ones are the rest of the gang. I think these are, I forgot what you are. They're stone crop sedum as well. They're leaf propagated, and because they are sleepy in summer, they're just starting to grow now in autumn that it's starting to cool down. And I have used soil straight away I planted them in soil, but my issue with the soil, there's some little creatures running around. They are soil mites. See those little things? I don't know if you can see that. They're tiny little things that if you're growing your succulents or your plants in a pot, you would see them running around on the edges. They are soil mites, and they're, well, it's they say they're quite harmless because they eat the bark, but I find that they also eat the roots of the plants. They don't like being watered, and when the soil is kept dry for a long time, that's when you can see them really active. These ones now, this is Badis. This is the variegated form of my Badis. So this is now on a small pot or my mochi, but it is grown in my master succulent soil mix. So it has soil, and compost is not too bad, but soil is not very good when you're growing things indoors because the fungus gnats and also the soil mites tend to attack the plants. And this one here now, this is the same Badis, so I'm going to pull back. There you go. So that's the difference of the growth. If I just can move my variegated just string of hearts there. Now anyway, this is the difference of the growth. This is just planted in coconut coir, straight coconut coir, along with my crassula, and my crassula's waking up as well. So this is my lavender pebbles that I've grown from a seed, and I left it too long to transplant it, and they started losing their leaves. So these are the leaves that has fallen off, but then in the process I ended up now with more lavender pebbles, and this one has formed a beautiful cluster. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? So this is all seed grown lavender pebbles. So at the moment they're still small, but you can see that the leaves used to be big. See that one there? So that was bigger leaves, but I left it too long to transplant it, and then of course they started falling off because they needed some water. The minute they dry up or they get thirsty, they lose their leaves. This one is a Moondust that I put in there a bit later on. This one already actually produced a baby. So this is now the Moondust that originally came from that leaf. So it was only one leaf, and I harvested the biggest plant, well, I would say the plant that was produced from that leaf, and I left it and it started growing 2 more heads. So from one leaf I ended up now with 3 heads, and then now I need to transplant that as well. Anyway, so this is just sort of an update to see what's going on in here. I will do a video of transplanting these plants, how to transplant leaf-grown succulent. So these ones, they're all head-butting each other as well, and they're also due for a transplant. So I'm gonna need to transplant this. So on my next video, I will be showing you how to transplant all of this. But anyway, for now, I think, what am I gonna do? I need to fill this up as well with coconut coir and plant some of my plants, which I already forgot what I was talking about. See, so the point is the coconut coir I find is really good for starting off baby succulents like this ones here. This is just pure coconut coir. So my Viant, which died on me, well, I still have the stump. That's my Viant over there, lost all its leaves, and in the process I ended up with so many more plants over here. So it's not really bad sometimes, well, a lot of times it's not really bad that your plant dies on you if you can get it on time. Maybe you don't check your succulents like I do every day. So when you check them every day, then you can get on top of things and see what's going on, and straight away you can attend to it. But if you leave it too long to check on your babies, of course, by the time you get to it, then it would have already rotted and died. Like this one here, my Hoshikage, which I neglected and accidentally sprayed some water on top, and the whole root was dry and it started rotting away. But by the time I got to it and noticed it, it was already on its way out. These are different plants. This is Pachyveria Pachytoides. This is Echeveria and Crassula, but you can see the difference in the growth. So again, from those three. So I really love my coconut coir when growing succulents. So this is just straight coconut coir, and the plant just seems to love it much better. But I have to use my powdered fertilizers. I'll take some coconut coir and I'll fill up my mochi container. So this coconut coir doesn't have anything, so just basically water. That's all it's got. Just tap it and fill it up. There you go. So this is about half an inch deep only, so it's very shallow. So then I'm just gonna take these and put it over that one. This is my original Mummy Crystal Surprise plant, or Echeveria Crystal Surprise, that died on me. But I was able to harvest, so that's the stump there. And I was able to harvest all the leaves. And these ones are the last bit of it, or the top part. And the mother plant has died for whatever reason. But now I'm able to harvest leaves from it. And look how many Crystal Surprise I've got. So I'm just going to take all of this and plant it here. There you go. So really embed the roots into the soil. And from one plant, in a couple of months, I'm gonna have some big Crystal Surprise to grow. So it's not all bad to have root rot sometimes, or if your plant's leaves falls off on you, because now you have the chance to propagate more babies. More babies, you got more plants. So basically with this one, I'm just gonna let them grow and also set. Now this one is the top part of it that died as well, but of course that dried up. And so I'm gonna stick that in there and hopefully it will grow. This one now I'm just gonna double up. I was gonna put a separate container, but they can actually go in one container. And I'll just move you across here a little bit so you got more room for the other one. And I am not watering this until the top of it dries up. So sometimes it can be the next day because it depends on the heat that's coming out from my grow light, which is not very much, but they do dry up the soil much faster if you grow them under the grow light. And also the temperature inside, even though outside is about 20 degrees to 25 degrees right now. I think yesterday we had 22, a little bit cooler, and then all of a sudden we experienced some really cold weather. So this one, I don't know if it's variegating. It's got signs of sort of maybe variegating on the edge of the leaf there, but never mind. I'll still plant it here and let's just hope for the best. This one doesn't have any plant, but I'll still put that in there. Water it when it dries up, and the next time I water it, of course, I'm gonna use fertilizer. So it depends. I mostly use my fertilizer for the indoor plants, but if I do have leftover, sometimes I use it on my succulents. Otherwise, I use my liquid seaweed fertilizer to water these babies. Oh, label. Don't forget the label. There you go. The 18th of March to now. So that was quite kind of quick. Hey, bird, go away. Go away, bird. I got my pounded sweet rice cake. This is frozen, by the way. We have a Filipino Asian shop here in Canberra. We got quite a few, but anyway, this one, hang on, take it that way. Normally have two. Pop it in the microwave for 2.5 minutes. And then we're gonna open it up. So this is my brunch. And this is just nice and sweet. So it's got young coconut, or I should say coconut sports in it, and sticky rice. See those, look at that, those strips of coconut. Hang on, oh, that's hot. Anyway, there you go. I use my teaspoon. That's why I did not put it away. Baby P can't eat this because he doesn't like sweet stuff. And this is wrapped in banana leaves. And so yummy, yummy, yummy. Excellent. Oh, gosh. Okay. Still hot. Let it cool down. And then I'm just gonna, so I can eat this quickly in front of you. That's all like coconut. When you get a coconut cream, you cook it and then you extract. So I don't know, it's coconut extract. So it's like little, I don't know what you call that, but I think, is it latik? No, or something anyway. Hang on, Pedro, it's hot. This Budgie wants to jump. Come here. You can't eat this. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hang on, I just have to, it's like feeding your kids, like, it's hot. See? This bird, he eats everything I eat. So even though it's sweet, he doesn't like it. He just make a mess. That's it. That's all sticky, Pedro. That's enough. Okay, so that's it. This is my brunch. And that's all for this video. I'm going to have my coffee and my sticky rice, or green sticky rice. Hey, baby, come here. Come. Okay, you can't have coffee. Come. There you go. Stubborn bird. Okay, I'll give you some. But I'll better give you some bread, okay? You can eat bread. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I hope I see you in the next video. Now I'm gonna enjoy this. Okay, Pedro's still trying to eat it. Nice.